Balasubramanian, India's High Commissioner to Nigeria, has expressed optimism that Prime Minister Modi's upcoming visit to Nigeria will further strengthen bilateral ties and enhance cooperation on global issues. Speaking to the media, Balasubramanian highlighted that this marks Prime Minister Modi's first trip to West Africa, underscoring Nigeria's importance as both the most populous country and one of the largest economies on the continent. He pointed out the significant role of over 200 Indian companies which have invested more than USD 27 billion in Nigeria, marking them the second largest employers after the Nigerian government. Balasubramanian also reflected on the historical relationship between India and Nigeria, noting that India had established its diplomatic presence in Nigeria as early as 1958, 2 years before Nigeria gained independence. He emphasized the long-standing strength of both the political and economic ties between the two nations.
It assumes a lot of significance. For our Prime Minister, this is the first visit to West Africa, and he's starting his visit through Nigeria, which is the most populous country and one of the largest GDPs in the continent. When India had assumed the presidency of G20 last year, Prime Minister Modi had invited Nigeria as a guest country. That was the first opportunity for President Tinubu and Nigeria to be present on the platform of G20, for which they are very thankful to the Indian Prime Minister. During that visit, President Tinubu and Prime Minister Modi had extensive discussions reviewing the bilateral relationship. This visit of our Prime Minister would be a follow-up visit and would certainly consolidate the relationship between the two countries.
Sir, what will be his schedule, the Prime Minister Modi in Nigeria?
Prime Minister Modi arrives in Abuja tonight, and tomorrow morning he starts his official engagements. His first engagement would be through a ceremonial reception by the guards at the presidential villa, followed by a 21-gun salute. After that, he would be having a one-to-one with President Tinubu, and which would be followed by a group of delegation-level talks, and then exchange of MOUs and an official banquet. After that, he is meeting the community, which is a very strong community in Nigeria, and after the completion of the community event, he would be leaving Nigeria for the next leg of his tour.
How do you see India-Nigeria relations?
The relationship between India and Nigeria has been historical. We had started our diplomatic presence in Nigeria 2 years before their independence by starting diplomatic office in 1958 in Lagos. Since then, the relationship has been very carefully nurtured by the leadership of both the countries through exchange of visits. The political relationship, both bilateral and in the multilateral level, has been quite strong. The trade and economic relations has also been quite good over here. More than 200 Indian companies have invested more than $27 billion in the Nigerian economy, and they are the second largest employers after the Nigerian government. The cultural relationship, the connect is also very good. There have been regular exchanges of troops, and people-to-people contact has been really strong. More than 5,000 Nigerians are studying in India. Many people go to India for their medical treatment. So overall, I would say that the relationship between our two countries has been based on very strong footing. Capacity building is another area where we have been cooperating extensively between the two countries. And this visit, I'm sure, will give a further boost to the already existing strong relationship between the two countries.
Sir, the last question. What areas of cooperation India and Nigeria will work together?
We have traditionally been working on various areas in the manufacturing sector and in the service sector as far as trade and economic relations are concerned. Yesterday, we were able to sign some agreements on customs cooperation, on cultural exchange program, on survey cooperation, etc. We are also looking at the possibility of expanding this relationship into new areas on technology-based solutions, fintech, agriculture, mining, space technology, so on and so forth. And this relationship has been going on strong because of the commitment by both the leadership, and this visit will further help us in consolidating the relationship.